Camille Dundas is the co-founder of ByBlacks.com and stops by to share her picks of meaningful films we should all check out during Black History Month.
ByBlacks, we've been around for almost going on 13 years now. We're a national online magazine, and we focus on telling Black Canadian stories from across the country, showcasing Black success, Black entrepreneurs, but also the challenges that we face as well.
Also, you're illuminating the talents of writers and creatives who may have been overlooked.
That is something that is so close to my heart, and one of the reasons that I keep going in this business. So at ByBlacks, we're celebrating Black history all year round, right? But here are a few films that I think are must-see, especially during this month. The first is actually a docu-series. It's BLK, An Origin Story. This is from powerhouse couples Sud Sutherland and Jennifer Holness. I really love this series because it shatters the myth that Black Canadian history started and ended with the Underground Railroad.
The rest of the world knows nothing about Canadian slavery because we at home know nothing about Canadian slavery.
It tells stories from the 1600s to the present of how Black people got to Canada, what they dealt with then, what we're continuing to deal with now. John Ware, Reclaimed by Cheryl Fogo, really takes us into the journey of what it was like for one of the first cattle ranchers, John Ware, in Alberta, and the only Black cowboy in Alberta at the time. He was illiterate, he was a former enslaved man, but was so knowledgeable about the land. He ended up saving so many lives, number one, and also training and educating other cattle ranchers in Alberta.
He was the fastest, the strongest, the best.
But that Lainey did not protect him or shield him from racism. It was only in 1970 that the N-word was removed from the name of a ridge in Alberta that was named after him.
I mean, it's so timely too when Beyonce has declared the beginning of her country era.
16 carriages driving away.
I love Beyonce because she is subtle and not so subtle. I feel like the undertone of that message is, we have been here and y'all have borrowed from us. And I'm using borrowed liberally.
And then the third recommendation is back in Ontario.
Yes, this is Brother by Clement Virgo. It's a film that stayed with me because it is so painfully, accurately depicting the experience of growing up Black in Toronto, Scarborough specifically, as a kid of Caribbean immigrant parents.
I don't want you running the street with no hooligans. You hear me, Francis? Take your brother with you.
Against the backdrop of police violence, of anti-Black racism, of constant surveillance. But the film also is able to capture the in-between moments of Black joy, our culture, our music, our food, our sense of identity.